start the material requirement planning, MRP. So this is the one of the topic, okay, which generally, majorly, material requirement planning is using by PP consultant. Okay, so majorly they will be using this process, material requirement planning. Okay, but it is also very important to other areas like sales and distribution and production planning and material requirement planning. Material management. So everywhere it is very important, material requirement planning. So what is the concept of material requirement planning? What is the aim of the material requirement planning? The aim is material requirement plan is, okay, on time the material availability. That was our target. Material requirement planning, our target is on time material availability. That means depends on the customer demands, depends on the requirements, internal requirements or production requirement. Okay, so the material should be available on time. So for that purpose, we are using the material requirement planning. The material requirement planning, what will be happen? It automatically generating the requirements. Okay, it will automatically generating the requirements based on the our configuration and settings and master data. Based on these all, the system will be calculating that what exactly the requirement and when it is required and where exactly it is required. So all this it will be planning. Okay. So how many people knows about the material requirement planning?
Sir, actually, I'm working the assembly process planning.
Okay.
As per that information, like will like before pilot bill or after pilot bill. So if once like orders confirm, so they will plan as per the assemblies requirement. Okay, and like there are some changes will be happens, engineering changes. Okay, there they will plan as per the design changes. Okay, that thing will follow in the our assembly planning.
Come again, what is the planning? What is the planning you are using?
Like after pilot bill, once order confirms from the customer end, so they will raise the okay, what we
dependent requirements.
Dependent requirement.
Yeah.
As per the design.
Okay, good. Okay, so that we generally called as a customer requirements, right? Make to order.
Right, make to order.
Right. Yeah. So we have the two concepts generally. Okay, whenever there is a business is running. Okay, generally when you are procuring the stock or might be you are producing the stock. Okay, there is the two concepts. One is either you should doing for the make to order or you're doing for the make to stock. So we generally calling as MTO, okay, or like and MTS. Okay, so make to order, make to stock. Okay, what do you mean by make to order? Make to order. What do you know that? What is the make to order? So has just now you given just example, right? So especially the customer requirement, we are producing the product or we are procuring the material. Okay, only it is a we are based on the customer requirement. We are procuring the material. We are producing the material. Okay, so that means whatever the stock you are producing or whatever the stock you are procuring from the outside, it is only especially you are getting that stock the purpose of customer requirement. It is only for the customer order. Like suppose example, if it is you order something like it's like paneer butter masala. Let's assume that a small example, paneer butter masala. Okay, so since you ordered this paneer butter masala, he is producing that product. He is making that product, right? So that is my requirement. So that's why customer requirement. Okay, if I'm taking the example rice or it might be a biryani or something like food items. Okay, so these items already it is there in the stall. Okay, but we are depends on the demand. We are preparing the product. Like today, let's say 5 kgs of rice. We are planning that. it will be go 5 kgs of biryani today, or 10 kgs of biryani, or it may be one one bowl of the biryani. So that means they have they know that the demand. That's why they are preparing the product. That it is made to stock. Okay, it's not especially they are preparing for the customer requirement. It's not individual requirement. It's like a collective requirements. Like, okay, assuming that today this is the demand. Okay, I'm just producing this product. So whether it will be sold out, whether it is still it will be like, it is secondary. But it's my requirement. Like, we just assuming that and we preparing that. But make to order is nothing but like a, you are especially preparing the particular customer order. Is it clear? Is it clear? What is the difference between make to order and make to stock?
Yes, sir.
Now, coming to the material requirement planning, how the system will understood the material requirement planning. What is the first to understand that what is the material requirement planning? So, material requirement planning is, my aim is on time, okay, on time the stock availability. That is my target. Okay, so since my if I'm just starting my business today, it's opening day. So what is my requirement? I'm just planning that each and every product have the some quantity. I'm just planning that. So on time, if it is today my delivery, today is my business starting day, and if I'm getting stock tomorrow, then there is no use, because today is I'm just starting the business, so I should have the stock today. So on time should be have the stock. Okay. So this material requirement planning is automatic planning. Okay, when the stock is required. Okay, when the stock it is required, how it, when it is required and how much it is required. Okay, where exactly it is required. All it is, it will be calculating, and it will be give the dependent requirements and independent requirements. Okay, so what is the difference between, what is the meaning of dependent and independent requirement? Dependent is nothing but like a some orders based on that. Might be, suppose I have the customer order is there. For this customer order, the finished goods, if I need to prepare the finished goods, okay, this finished goods, to produce that finished goods, I need some components, right? So I need some components. So what are the components? Raw materials, packing materials, semi-finished goods, some perishables, or some materials which is required. So those are all which is dependent. It is based on the order we are doing that. If it is independent requirement, what is that? It is a single requirement. Like, okay, this material is an individual requirement. This is the, we just buying for the stock purpose. So we just producing this product is for the stock purpose. So it is not depending to any of that. It is an independent requirement. Okay, so we can simply say that material requirement planning, it helps to the inventory. Okay, inventory management, when exactly the stock which is required. Okay, it will be planned and it will be placing that. Okay, so it will be helpful to the exactly the stock when it is required. It will be planned based on that. So here some points you need to be understand. Okay, suppose tomorrow if it is let's say assume that. So let's assume that I need 15 to the stock. Suppose there is a material A. Material A, okay, 15th I need. Okay, suppose let's say 10 quantity is required. So did the system will write the planning on 15? Did the system will be write the requirement on 15?
No, before.
Before, but because it will be checking that the plan delivery time and GR processing time. Okay, so the backward it will be calculated that, okay, boss, today is my customer delivery date. Suppose let's assume that 15 is my customer delivery date. So let's how the system check that. It will be check material availability calculation. Okay, material availability calculation. So like if you suppose okay, 15 round delivery, so how the system will be checked. Okay, today 15 is the delivery. So let's say, okay, how long it will be take to write the order. So let's assume that planned delivery time, planned order time. Okay, planned order time might be, let's assume that 2 days. Okay, to process maybe creating the purchase requisition, purchase orders and approvals, all these things maybe planned delivery time. Okay, planned order time or planned delivery time, it will be take 2 days. After we getting that, again GR processing time it will be get, okay, again it will be take 1 day. Okay, once I receive the stock and placing into the warehouse and preparing the packing and everything, it will be take 1 day too. Okay, so the system will check that all this processing time and GR processing time and plan delivery time and creation, the purchase requisition creation time or conversion time, all it will be checked that and whether it is available or not. If suppose the plan delivery time is 4 days, okay, and the GR processing time is 2 days, then it will be take 6 days to be processed. That means today is 11th, okay, I cannot say that it is available on 15 because it is taking time to get the stock into my location 6 days. Again, I need to dispatch to the goods to the customer. So the material availability, the system will check that, okay, all these aspects, everything it will be. So that we generally call as a backward calculation. Okay, so backward calculation is nothing but like how long it will be take to process the sales order, then converting that to sales order to dependent requirements and dependent requirements. Then again, that will be the is it internally procurement material or the external procurement material? If it is in-house production, again for that components, how long it will be take? All these things it will be checked and it will be tell you that the material availability randomly it will tell you that okay, on this date it will be available. If the customer is asking 15, so the system will check that all these aspects and it will be proposed that okay, no, it is not possible to get the 15. So proposed date is suppose 18. Right? So that's why in the sales order, when you creating the sales order, okay, the confirmation date, confirmed date, okay, even you expected delivery might be 15, but the confirmation date is 18. That means the system, once it is checking all these aspects, okay, maybe customer delivery and all these aspects from the SD point of view, product PP point of view, MM point of view, all these things, it is checking, then it is finally it is giving that okay, on this date might be the confirmation I can give you that okay, it is available on 18. Okay, clear? So general these we general call again backward. Okay, so backward calculation, this is all we general call again backward from the customer delivery risk. So it is not necessary for you, but I'm just giving the idea about that how it will be calculating like. Okay, what are the concept it will be taking. Okay, so from MM point of view, what you need to understand, okay, what are the we have MRP types we have, okay, MRP procedures we have, okay, and what are the what kind of the process we have, okay, how it will be works, okay, those you need to be understood. Okay, so in the standard we generally going with reorder point planning. Okay, so what do you mean by reorder planning? Did anyone knows about the reorder point planning?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so reorder point planning is nothing but like a okay, it is majorly using for the make to stock process. Make to stock process. So make to stock is what is the concept of make to stock? What is the concept of make to stock?
We're just ordering, but no specific customer
There is no
order.
order here. It is assuming that I need the stock on the today.
Particular
Assuming that
time we
tomorrow
require
I
this
need the
material.
stock. Okay, so it is the based on the stock. We just adding the stock into our location as per the demands, right? Assuming that the demand which is like I'm expecting and I'm just creating that, right? So make to stock always it's not depending on the customer requirement. It's not depend on the customer requirement. It is depends on the stock availability, current stock availability. Okay, so what will be happening in the reorder point? We will give some point. Okay, suppose material A. Okay, 1000 is my reorder point. So what system will look into that? Okay, when the stock below that point. Okay, suppose I have 1000 quantity, but my reorder point is 500. Means it is I have the proper stock in my location. But today, if I assuming that today I just sold the 500 stock or 501 stock I sold out. So as per my requirement, okay, my reorder point levels are 500. Now I have only 499. So to reach the 500, what it will be happen? The system will again raise the requirement. Okay, you don't have the reorder point level stock, so you need to be immediately write the requirement to the either it may be plan order or it is a purchase requisition, whatever it may be, you need to be raised. Did you understand what is the reorder point?
Yes, sir.
What is the purpose of reorder point?
If at all the stock is not
So
it's
we
less
just
than
assuming
required.
that okay, we are planning that okay, there is a stock levels. We just fixing that there is a stock levels. Okay, I'm just assuming that this stock I just need to be maintain always the stock in my location. Okay, when there is a shortage on my reorder point level stock, okay, immediately what will be happen? The system will raise the requirement based on the my reorder point and depends on the my lot. There is a lot field is there. Okay, depends on the lot what you maintain. Based on that, the system will automatically creating the requirements. Okay, clear?
Yes, yes, sir.
So this is the one. We have reorder point. Okay, so let's discuss about the reorder point first. Let's go to SAP. Okay, so in the SAP, what you need to do, okay, before going to the master data, okay, I just show you that MRP where exactly we need to do. This is the consumption based planning. Okay, so here we'll be creating the MRP groups. Okay, in my in my plan, okay, I need to be create a MRP group. So this MRP group will be it will be taking care about the requirements, whether it will be going correctly or not. So those it will be we are taking. Okay, you can see here since we are copied from the 1000. Okay, these are all it is copied. Okay, so you can see here different MRP groups like make to stock production, make to stock order production, make to order production like we have. Okay, so these are the different MRP groups. Okay, now we can define that for each material type level exactly what MRP group it should be used. Okay, for a finished goods, if it is a make to order, if it is a raw materials, it is a make to stock. Okay, so like you can define here. So before going to this one, you need to be maintain the plant parameters. Okay, so if suppose if you can go to that ZAP one is my plan, so I can go to maintain here. What we'll do here, we'll be maintaining the number ranges, we'll be maintaining the conversion factors. Suppose plan order to purchase requisition numbers. Okay, number of plan orders we can convert at a time to purchase requisition. Okay, so maximum number of plan orders proposed to collected to conversion to the purchase requisition. Okay, so like at that time in the automatic how we can go MRP controller who will be taking care. So maybe you can mention the name also. Okay, or group name. Okay, they will be taking care about the APO planner or someone. They will be taking care about the planning. So every day they will check that okay it is generating properly. Any failures are there? Automatic planning. If anything which is failed, why it is failed, all these things they will be checked here. Okay, you can mention the name, reception name. Okay, business who will be taking care, all these things. You can maintain the MRP controller. Okay, and you can maintain a number ranges. Okay, plan orders conversion. You can maintain the number range for the plan order creation, and like your purchase requisitions also can create number ranges. Okay, so those number ranges for the reservations, all these things you can create the number ranges. Okay. Now, other than this one, we need external procurement. Let's go to external procurement. Okay. So here we just said right now how long it will be take to process this one, purchase processing time, and who will be the purchasing group. Okay. All these things will be coming into picture here. Okay. So schedule lines. Okay. If there is a non-validated materials are there, so it will be create a unknown with a account estimate category. Okay, then later you can change when you're creating purchase orders, you can change and you can update that unknown. Okay, so these are the majorly it is all related to PP and majorly PP they are using, but even MM also they should aware about that how they are using this MRP. Okay, so special procurements like we have consignment, subcontracting, stock transfer. Okay, so those cases it will be a special stock. It will be created with special stock indicator. So you need to maintain this special procurement type in the metal master record. Then it will be considered this material is especially for the consignment process, or it is especially for the subcontracting process. Can you stop the video? Somebody is playing. Okay. So like we can use for the different special stock procurement. I'm not going in depth because if you're going in depth, maybe you'll be confusing or that. Okay. So that's why I'm not going in depth. It is not necessary in depth. Okay. As majorly it is a PP related, but just you can understand what it is actually, how it will be works. Okay. Again, plan orders, depend orders, purchase acquisition, the intervals you can maintain here, the number ranges, what you need to be maintained here. Okay. Like for the dependent requirements, how you want to go ahead. Okay. So like you can go here. Okay. Fit the different number ranges here. Okay. And procurement proposals, you can conversion plan order to purchase requisition, number of plan orders can be converted in the particular plant level also you can define. Okay. So if ZAB1 is there, okay, ZAB1, I can convert 500 plan orders into purchase requisition at a time. Okay. So like purchase requisition item number. Okay. So default document type. Okay. A standard document type, which is like a default document type. Okay. In the purchase requisition, how it will be created. Okay. Then so this is for the forecast one. Okay, forecast is nothing but like a based on the like you're planning the forecast based planning based on the past plannings. Suppose there is some scenarios like okay, they will be looking into the past requirements, past sales requirements. Like suppose ice cream is there, so there is a huge demand on the summer season, but there is a very less demand on the winter and winter season. Okay, or it may be cool season. Okay, so in that case, okay, we just need to be planned that accordingly. Past 1 year historical data will be taking and we'll be converting the and will be converted that data and we're planning for the forecast data. That means next 1 year data I'm planning that. Okay, so those are called a forecast planning. Okay, so if you don't have proper planning, what will be happen in summer? Might be you are producing very less, and in the winter you are producing high. Then there is a huge loss in the because there is no sales in the winter season and right rainy season. There is no sales, but in the summer season you don't have the stock because you are not planned properly. So the past historical data also sometimes they will be considered past historical sales data they will be considered and they will be planned for the forecast of future plan. So there is a seasonal planning that is we call seasonal planning. There are so many other alternative plannings are there. Okay, so those are all it is required. Okay, these are all which is don't go with the depth. If you're going with depth, it will be very difficult to you understand all the process. Let's understand the basic level first. Okay, so first, when you're going to creation of purchase order, okay, sorry, creation of the metal master record, okay, you should aware about that, okay, which planning you want to go. Okay, raw materials, if you're planning for the in-house production, then it will be problem. If finished goods, if you're going for the external procurement, that is a problem. So just you need to be planned at what exactly the type of the material and what you need to do. Whether you are doing you are procuring the internally, you are procuring from the externally from the vendor, or you are producing internally, that you need to be understand here. Okay, so let's go one material. Let's go with one material. Okay, and it is a change. Okay, when you selected change, if the MRP data is not there, then you are not maintained. Still, you didn't maintain that. So you have to go MM01 and you need to be maintain this material. Right. So I will go now and so let's go to the MRP data. Okay, all the general data, everything it is already maintained. We don't need to maintain. Only we need to maintain the MRP data. MRP1, MRP2, MRP3, MRP4. We need to maintain. Okay, and this plant and if you have a default profile, it is there. Okay, might be once you maintain this profile, it automatically copy the what it is configuration it is there. Okay, if you don't have profile, you can leave it, no problem. Okay, now as I said that you can maintain the MRP group, which is macro stock production, macro order production. Okay, like you can maintain. Now MRP type. Okay, whether you are really planning, you are planning the MRP or you are not planning with MRP. That you need to be decided here. So if you don't have planning for this material, you don't want to generate any automatic planning. Okay, requirements. Then you can select the ND. Okay. If it is requirement, it is there, then you can maintain the PD. Okay. So if I'm going with a reorder point to planning or something, okay, you can go with the manual reorder planning and automatic reorder pointing. So like you can use the whatever it is we can use. Okay. So then lot size. Okay. How lot size will be working? Okay. How lot size will be working here? Let's say example. So example, okay, suppose my requirement is 10,000. So let's assume that my reorder point is 10,000. Okay, now currently I have the stock 9,000. Okay, so as per the reorder point, based on the reorder point, what will be happen? The system needs to be checked that, okay, the current stock availability and the reorder point stock availability. So what is the demand here? How much is the demand now? What is the stock requirement here?
10,000.
How much?
10,000.
No, my requirement, current requirement.
Current requirement 1,000.
1,000, right? Because I have my reorder point is 10,000, but it is already there 9,000. So 1,000 is the my requirement, right? 1,000 is the my requirement. Now in 1,000 requirement, the lot how it will be works now. Okay, there is a different lots are there. Okay, fixed lot. Okay, if you're putting like fixed lot, suppose FX you're putting fixed order quantity. Okay, what will be happen if I just mention the fixed order quantity? Suppose I just mentioned that fixed order quantity is 350. Let's assume that I'm just mentioned that 350. Okay, now what will be happen? The system always, okay, the system always creating the requirement, plan order or purchase requisition, whatever it may be, depends on the procurement type. The system always creating the requirement with 350. Always it will be created with 350. So now how many requirements has to be created? That means 350 with one plan order. Maybe let's assume that plan order. Okay. One plan order have the 350 or purchase requisition, what it may be. It is created one document with 350 quantity. But is it 350 quantity is suitable to my requirement now? My current availability? No, right?
No.
So how much we require? How much we require? We require 1,000 pieces. But it is we created only one plan order with 350. Then the system what it will be do? Again it will be create one more. Okay. second PR or purchase plan order might be whatever it may be. Okay. It is created again with 350. Okay. Then again, now 350, 350, 700. Then the system again it will be created throughout PR, okay, or plan order. It will be created with again 350. So how much it is? 3 purchase requisitions or 3 plan orders which is created with 1050. Then I have to, once I receive the 1050 stock, then it will be like 10,050 quantity. Right? So the fixed order quantity it will be always created with what lot you maintain here. Fixed lot, how much the fixed lot you maintain. Based on the fixed lot only it will be created. Okay. Now the second example. If I have one more, like lot for lot order quantity. Let's say lot for lot order quantity, EX. Okay. So lot for lot order quantity, what will be happen? Okay. Whatever the requirement it is there, based on the requirement, it will be created. Whatever the requirement it is there, based on the requirement, it will be created. So now I need how much I need? 1000 pieces. Then system will create plan order with 1000 pieces. Right? Okay. Then we have few more also like minimum lot size, maximum lot size. Okay. So there are so many lot sizes we have. Okay. Here if you can see that you can maintain the minimum how much you can enter minimum lot size, maximum lot size how much you can enter. Okay. That means that that purchase equation it won't be create a minimum that lot size. If I'm just mentioned 10, you cannot create purchase equation for 9. Even if it is requirement is 9, the system will minimum it will be create 10. Okay. And maximum lot size. Suppose I'm just mentioning 1000. If I have requirements 1010, the system will create a maximum it's 1000. Then again next requirement it will be create 10 quantity. So depends on minimum and maximum lot size also it will be work. Okay. So based on the depends on the what it is maintaining that lot size it will be work. Okay. So like we have so many other requirements are there, weekly requirements, 2 days requirements like okay, every 2 days it will be created like so maximum. Most of the clients they are using either lot for lot order quantity or they will be go with the fixed lot size majorly. Okay. Or replenishment of maximum stock levels. What is the replenishment of maximum stock level? Here the meaning only is there. Replacement of to the maximum stock level. So whatever you maintain the maximum stock level in the master data, okay, it always creating the always it is creating the planning run with the maximum replacement. That means refilling. Okay, if I have 1000 quantity, but you are mentioning 1200, it is refilling that okay 200 requirement it is there. The maximum stock levels. Okay, again you need to be maintain that maximum stock levels here. Okay, and this MRP controller, as I said, who will be taking care of the maximum. Okay, and when you are using the reorder point, you need to be mention that what is the reorder point level. Suppose 10,000 it is there, then you have to maintain that reorder point. Then okay, lot size as we said, a lot size what is that? And again, if you want to maintain the minimum maximum lot size, you can maintain. And in-house production, how long it will be take for production, and a planned delivery time, how long it will be take. Okay. So in-house production is nothing but like a production. Okay. And planned delivery time, how long it will be take. Okay. And GR processing time, in case GR processing time it is there, how long it will be take. Okay, all these things. If it is a special procurement related consignment or it is some kind of thing, you can maintain here consignment, subcontracting those process, you can enter here. Okay, so like we can use that. Okay, and you can maintain the minimum lot size and maximum lot size also you can maintain, or lot for lot order quantity you can maintain, and the maximum stock levels you can maintain here. The minimum safety levels and maximum safety level stock you can maintain here. Okay. And strategy groups will be useful for the make to stock, especially for the some assembly production related. Okay, so those cases you can maintain here the strategy group. Based on the strategy group, it will be like it should go with make to stock production. In case of the some production lot size, production based on the lot size, and we have one which is like subcontracting related. Planning, okay, then we can finalize symbol. This is also production related, okay, BAMU related. So like we have different strategy groups are there. Okay, based on the make to order, if you want to go with make to order production, okay, all it will be go with these strategy groups. Okay, so when we can assign for our subcontracting process also we can use something. Okay, so this is one thing. Okay, you can go to make to order if it is. Okay, then this is available to check. Okay, available to check in your individual daily requirements, individual requirements, like okay. So here you can create your own requirements. Okay, so this available to check. Based on this available to check only, the system will be checking the stock whether it is available or not available on that particular period when it is required. Okay, so majorly it will be using for the customers requirements they are using. So what will be happen when you are creating some availability checks? Okay. So total says what are the requirements they want to be considered, like single records or total records size for the day. So like okay, the majorly available to check they are using for the IST purpose, but sometimes we are using for the stock transport order. Those process also we are using. Okay, majorly sales related. Here what we need to do, replacement lead time, how long it will be take to replacement of the okay. Then here individual collection, individual requirement or collection requirement. So if it is individual requirement, will be processed for the single or collector requirement is not to be entire day how many requirements it is there at a time it will be processed. Collectively it will be processed for the one single purchase requisition like quick process. Okay, all it is related to repeat to manufacturing, all it is a PP related. Majorly it is it will be helpful to the PP consultant, but we also need to be understand some after which is required. Okay, let's go to this EX how it will be works. Okay, now this material how much stock it is there. Let's see. MMB how much stock it is there. Let's see. The JDAB one. Okay, so 650 it is there. Okay, 6050 or 60. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. We'll run this MRP for this material. Where it is field external metal group. Okay. Where it is external metal group is required. Where is that field? External metal group define required field. Where it is MRP VA2 required forecasting based planning. Let's plan change this one. We'll go with the manual remark. Manual react planning. Okay. Just external metal group. Where it is external metal group, it is generally it will be there in the external metal group. Microsoft production. Where is this field external metal group? External material group, it will be there in the sales data only, but it is not taking here. Your sales organization cannot be chosen here if possible. Enter the organization data. Just enter the organization data. Let's see this one. Where is this field? Somebody they're putting as a mandatory field. Where is external material group here? Maybe in the where it is there? Mara, it is there in the first only. It is not going with this one. Okay. Let's do first we'll maintain the external material group. Okay, somebody they're putting external material group is mandatory. Okay, let's change this one. Let's go to MMT over. Now maintain again the same details. So we go with again the same details. I'm not changing anything. So I maintain the same. So we maintain NOS production data, unplanned delivery time, and GR processing time. Here, one more important from our point of view, procurement type. Procurement type is very important. Whether this material you are buying from outside or you are going in-house production related, that you need to be select here only. Okay, based on this system only, it will be proposing based on the planned order at purchase requisition. Okay, and you can maintain the usual requirements and what else if you have, you can maintain whatever it is there, you can maintain here. The available to check all these things you can maintain here. Okay, so sometimes you can use a safety stock also. Okay, so specify the quantity whose purpose to satisfying the unexpected high demand in the coverage. Okay, if you maintain safety stock, what will be happen with manual reorder and planning, you can enter the value master data. However, it is merely for the information. That means if I have the 10,000 is the my reorder point, so I also need to be maintain the safety stock. I can also maintain the safety stock. That is the deepest the level. If it is going beyond that, that means it will be give us some alerts like the safety stock also is missing. Like if it is 9,000 is my safety stock, then if it is beyond that stock, again the system will give the alerts like okay, the safety stock also is crossing. So please get it the stock as soon as like okay. So let's I'm just entering the details whatever it is required. Okay, then the real time what they will do. Okay, there is a transaction code MD02. Okay, in the MD02, okay, they will enter the material number and the plant and they will be under the processing key. They have three processing keys, any TCH and any TPL and any UPL. Okay, the last one nobody will not use, but either they can use this one or this one. This is a specific some limitation, and this will be take entire lot. Okay, on the same day, whatever it is required, it is there. It will be take entire period. It will be take all the it will be considered all. And whether you should be convert the purchase requisitions and plan orders that you can select here. Okay, and schedule lines and MRP list and planning mode. If already something which is generated already, then you want to be delete that those entries and you want to be recreate again the planning. Okay, then you can select the three, or else you can go with one. Okay, and these are the only display purpose. Okay, then once you enter all these details, you can enter. Okay, and again enter. Then the system, what it will do, it will check that what it is requirement it is there based on the my master data requirement and based on my stock availability. What it will be do, it will check and it will be create the purchase requisition. So it is created the one purchase requisition. Here it is showing that purchase requisition created. Where I can see this one MD04. Okay, material requirement. Okay, stock requirement list here. Here you can see that whether for this material number what purchase requisition it is created. Okay, so out of 10,000 stock, okay, now I have only 650, right? So based on the system, it will be it is checking that other anything which is available. That means might be there is some purchase orders which is created, open purchase orders, and those still it is not completed GRs. Okay, so might be some of the you're planning that. Okay, based on all these things, it will be based on all these pictures. It will be calculated and it will be finally it is created the purchase equation today with the requirement of 9,320. Okay, so you can see 9,320 it is created the requirement with the same material which is created, it is created automatically. How I know whether it is created automatically from the plan orders from the MRP or it is manually created? You can see in the status, okay, contact person, you can see the creation indicator is the material requirement planning. If it is created manually, it will show you R. Okay, let's see. I will show you some other purchase requisition number. If I have the if I have any purchase order issue for this purchase order, there is no purchase requisition. Okay, if there is any purchase requisition, if you created manually, that you can see here. Okay, so let's see if anything which is there. I don't think it is not there. We have created almost everything in the manually only, right? So we created purchase orders directly, not creating purchase. But it is created, then it will be displayed as a manually. Okay. So this is the way we can see here. This is the way we can see here, contract person, the material requirement planning. It is created from the planning. Okay. So in case if you want to change this something which is like, okay, suppose I'm just changing that to 1,000. Okay. Okay, then all it is like what is the ABC one, right? Okay, so again when you're generating again, okay, the system will check that okay, this requisition which is changed, then refresh this one, then it is come to 10. Again when you're running this one, again if you run this one, again it will be created one more and it will be refreshed, again it will be created for 9,000. So depends on the my requirement, depends on the reorder point level, the system will be automatically creating this stock. Okay, we'll take other material. Did you remember that which material we are using for the sales order? I think this is the sales data which is not maintained. Some material which we have created initially for the sales order. VPAP, then I'll enter the plant number here. AB1. This is the material which we are using. Again, we need to do sales data and all, right? That's why I'm just taking the existing material which we created. So I'll just planning to do the make to order. How it will be work make to order. So creation also MRP data which is required in the MRP data. enter. Then MRP type is PD, and MRP group is make to order, and to the make to order stock item, and you can maintain the whole with the MRP controller, and you can maintain lot for lot order quantity, how much it is required based on the customer requirement it will be. Okay, then what else it is required? If it is production store location, you can enter production store location. If it is external procurement, then you can enter the external procurement. Okay, which whatever it may be. If it is production related store location, you can enter the production store location. If it is a external procurement, you can go with the external procurement, whatever it may be, depends on the and primary time and their processing time and schedule margin key, and then I will be going maintaining the strategy group here. So I'll be going to strategy group make to order. So I'll be select the make to order stock. You can go with unusual or maybe factor comments. And let's see. Okay, now so I'm just planning to do the make to order, how it will be works. So now I'm creating the sales order. I'm just creating the customer requirement. So we'll go VA01. And then I'll just take the reference. Okay, so if you see here how it will be calculating. So actually my requirement date is on 26/11, but actually the confirmation it is giving on 7th. Based on the calculations, all it will be based on the system, it will be creating automatically. Somebody to putting this is the mandatory field. It should be create automatically, right? Somebody, why they are changing always? Then I will take some other one. Actually, in the sales order, we entered on 26th October, but the system is checking that all the availabilities and it is checking that it will be available the confirmation date on 17. Okay, so you need to be changed this date. Okay, when it is required, the requirement dates you need to be changed. Let's put this. You can see even if I just mention 11, but the system is checking that the availability, the stock availability only on 17. Okay, you can, if you want to be continue, you can check and you can check that what are the availabilities it is checking. This is the main actually availability check. So based on in the availability check, what are the stocks it is checking? It is checking that sales command, it is checking that the delivery is all. Okay, if you are selecting purchase orders, purchase requisition, all it is, if it is based on that also, the system will be validating. Based on all this requirement, the system is checking that, okay, current stock already locked, it is available only on 17. Okay. So where I can see here, if you go to in the item level and go to schedule line, here it will be display. Actually, you ordered on 11th, but it is confirming on 7th. The confirmed date is on 7th. This is the availability. Backward I said, right? How it will be works. Based on this is the way it will be work. Okay. And let's see incompletion logs, which is like PO number, which is mandatory. Okay. Grass weight and net weight, which is required. Okay. Which is like One. Then what it will be else? Completion logs, pricing details which is not there on WST. Okay. Profitable shipment sum, it is like okay. Okay. And shape. Now I'll be created that. Created one requirement here. This is my customer requirement. Okay. So this is 10 pieces. Now, as per my configuration master data, it should be if I just running the MRP. Okay. So there is a two transaction codes are there. One is MD01, MD02. So MD01 will be helpful to you to do the multiple items at a time, multiple materials. If you want to do, you can do. So this is generally in the your real time. They will be configured this in the batch run. The system automatically checking and it will be running for all the materials. So it will be take a little bit time for all the materials. And MD02 it is only for the particular material. Whatever the material you have selected, that material it will be run. Okay. So then it will be checked and it will be created one plan order. Why it is created plan order here? Earlier it is created purchase equation. Now why it is created plan order? Any idea? Any idea? See here plan order it is created. Earlier if you see that it is created purchase equation. Now why it is created plan order? Anyone have the idea? It will be created based on the MRP type. Here, if you enter the external procurement, the system will create obviously purchase requisition. If you selected the in-house production, the system will always it will be create a plan order. If you select a both procurement type, then it will be give plan order time, plan order number, then you can convert that plan order to purchase requisition or production order, whatever it might be, whatever it is required, you can go ahead. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Just then where we are in MD04, where just this is one. Okay. Now this plan order will be created. So if you see that this plan order which is created, right? If you go to display, okay, you can convert to purchase requisition, you can convert, or you can convert to production order also. It depends on your client, your how you want to go ahead. Okay. If you converted this purchase requisition, it will be created and it will be saved. Okay. Then once it is refreshed, this plan order will be converted as a purchase requisition. Okay. Now go to purchase requisition. Now I can see that the contact person it is converted to plan order. That means from plan order it is converted. Okay. Earlier if you see that it is material requirement planning, but it is now it is converted from the plan order. Okay. And moreover, if you see here, it is created based on the requirement, sales order. It is not individual requirement. It is created on the sales order requirement. Right? So you can see the account assignment category M. Okay, that is the individual customer requirement. Okay. So this is the make to order. Clear? Fish.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? You can
Yes, sir.
see that if it is created manually, it will be see that manually created here. Okay. If it is created automatically, then it will be show you like it is converted from the material requirement planning, then you converted this plan order to purchase requisition, those it will be. So if you have a plan order number, then it will be you can see there it will be created based on the from the MRP. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Okay, now you can see here the request date and delivery date. How it is calculated is the required request date and delivery date, request date, it is today date, and the delivery date based on our processing time, purchasing processing time. We enter will be take to process that. Okay, that based on that it will be created. Okay, clear? And
Okay, sir.
if you have the proper fixed vendor and if you have a proper info record, all it is there, then it will be automatically proposing this fixed vendor because you already maintained a source list and info records and you maintained all the things. Okay, and we did configuration for the release strategy. It is asking the for release. Okay, this is the one make to order. Okay, clear? Clear?
Yes, sir.
So you just need to be understand why, how it will be works and okay. And in case I just said that okay, we can also create the individual requirements like MD61. Okay, so there is MD61. What you can do, you can plan for the next few days. Okay, so comment type, where is the requirement here? Please enter valid requirement type. Where is the- That will might be you need to be enter some configuration also we need to do might be for this. So this is MD61. What we can do, we can maintain the next couple of days how much it is required. Manual requirements we can do. Okay, so here it will be right. We will do for some other material.
Sir, I'm leaving the class. I'm getting a call from office.
Okay, sure. Just closing
Thank
that call. 5 minutes I will just close. No requirement types it is. So some configuration which is required might be okay. So in the MD61, what will be happen? Okay, you can maintain. I'll go with some other. You can maintain that particular month every month. If suppose what I just enter here, okay, here a month wise, right? If suppose I'm just going with. Okay, I'm just going with day every day. Okay, so today some requirement is there, tomorrow it is some requirement is there. So just planning for the next 1 month, suppose let's say. So what I can do here, I just mentioning okay, today 10 pieces I need. Again 3 days after 100. Like because 12, 13 it is a holiday. Okay, that's why it is not giving the dates. Okay, and wherever the calendar it is checking that calendar also, and you can mention here whatever it is required, whatever it is required. Okay, so it will be check all these dates and it will be generating automatically. Okay, suppose I'm just maintain like this one. Okay, that lies in the planning time price 11 to 18 to 11. Okay, just mention only till here. Time frames is there may be some requirement it is required, but individually sales requirement if they can enter that plan independent requirements here. Directly they will be maintaining here, and based on the requirements, okay, the system will be creating automatically. But it is asking something planning time frames. Okay, it is specified customizing demand management that warning issue to changes the made time frames. So the planning time frames represent the period which is demand program and protected. Okay. Okay. Something it is related to there it is asking. Okay. So this is the way also we can maintain and we can generate. Okay. Okay. I think this is the more information on MRP because if you are trying to understand the complete MRP, then you will be forget the entire process. Okay. See now I just maintain this one plan independent requirement. Let's see if I'm just running again for this material. Okay. I think the stock is already available maybe. Okay. So this is the way we can do the MRP based on the client how they want to go ahead. Okay, this is month it is, but that's why it may be the days it is. Okay, so there are so many other processes also like we have consumption based plan.